Hello and welcome back to Figgy Randoms. In this video we'll be testing out 3 different types of ammo made for the Umarex HDR 50. And the 3 different types of ammo we're going to be testing out are the Solid Nylon Balls that came with the gun because I bought the gun as a kit. Next up we have the Kratos Devastator, which is what I'm going to be calling the version 1 from now onwards, because this is the first one that came out. And lastly, we've got the Kratos Devastator version 2.0, which I'll just be calling version 2 from now onwards. But before we get started, I just want to show you the difference between the version 1 and the version 2 in build quality that I've noticed. I've picked up that the version 1, the finishing touches don't actually look that good, where the version 2 is a lot better. The sabot on the ammo is a lot better on this one. It's a lot more flat and not all janky like this one is, but I'll bring you in closer just to show you what I'm talking about. So here you can see on the version 1 the build quality doesn't really look that good. Things aren't lined up and they're a little bit skew. Compared to the version 2 it seems to be a lot more of a better build quality. So will the slightly poorer build quality of the version 1 affect its accuracy compared to the version 2? We'll find out. And I must say I'm slightly disappointed with it. I thought it would have actually gone through the lid. Next up is the Devastator version 1. So I'm going to stand a little bit closer this time, since the aiming on these version 1s is quite bad. So it did make a hole. Clearly didn't go right through, but it did make a hole, and it lost the BB in the front. So far it's not looking very good for the version 1. I'm noticing it's shooting a lot to the left hand side, and it's shooting very high up as well. Now it's time for version 2, and this is the one I'm most looking forward to. It looks very similar to the nylon ball. We're going to try a slightly bigger target this time. Wow. So this was the version 2. Compared to the version 1, the hole is slightly bigger, but it also did a lot more damage to the back of the light. Next up is the spray can. Decent amount of damage. Okay, version 1. Just hit the side of the can. Oh, wait. Sorry, misfire. Missed shot, so I'm going to stand a bit closer. Hallelujah. Okay, so if you can actually get the shot on target, this is what it does. Entry wound. Not exactly an exit wound, but close enough. Sounds good. No penetration here. So this was the solid ball, and this was the version 2. Slightly bigger impact, or more force I would say. Smash. Yes. And this is the result of the version 2. So it looks like it went in there, and then just shattered everything. I don't recommend shooting empty beer bottles inside your garage because it stinks. And also the glass goes everywhere. Right, next up is the coffee can. So that's the solid ball over there, version 1 with a slight hole, and version 2's impact, as you can see, it's much more greater. It didn't go through, it didn't penetrate because it doesn't have such a sharp point as the version 1. Wow, it didn't break. Clearly the version 2 has got a lot more force when it hits. So what did we learn from all of this? Well, between the 3 different types of ammo, we found out that the solid ball shoots a lot more accurate. It still packs a pretty good punch, and it's cheap as well compared to the other 2. It's probably the cheapest one here. Not probably, it is the cheapest one here. Moving on to the Devastator version 1. I'm not a big fan of this. The bolt quality is a bit poor, and I think that's what affects the accuracy. It still does pack a pretty good punch as well, it's not bad, but I'm not a big fan of the version 1. The version 2, of course, is the heaviest. I think it weighs 4 grams. It's bolt better, packs the highest punch from all of these. Of course, you can't reuse them. I mean, once a bow is cracked or damaged or something, you have to throw them away, like a lot of them over there. It is a bit expensive compared to the other 2, but it's definitely worth it. Accuracy isn't as good as the solid ball for some strange reason. I honestly thought it was going to fly a lot more straighter, but it doesn't. I noticed with both of these Devastator rounds, I had to aim a lot more lower and a lot more to the right. So yes, between all 3 of these, I would probably say stick with the solid balls. Like I said, they're cheaper, they fly very accurate, they are almost always on target every time I shot compared to the other 2. If you don't mind standing a bit closer towards the target, then I would recommend the version 2, the Kratos Devastator version 2, 2.0s. They are pretty good, I do like them though. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up, and see you next time.